So hi, I am Mohamed Mali. I'm from Mali. I'm an electrical and electronics engineer, also software developer, and I'm the CTO and co-founder of the startup called YeraTube. So basically, YeraTube is a video sharing social media platform, much like YouTube or TikTok, with an incorporated e-wallet, which balance mainly comes from the user's activities on the platform. So basically, what we do is users on our platforms, they share their videos just like they do on any other social media platform. They get followers, they like content, create their communities, all this stuff. But then on our platform, they also gain points by watching ads or getting ads watched on their content, by getting tipped by their followers or anybody who actually like their content, or selling exclusive content. There's a lot of activities that are possible on our platform, which allows users to gain points. And then those points can be used to purchase internet data packages in different countries on the continent, or call units, or they can cash out those points using mobile money solutions in a lot of countries in the continent, most countries, and the goal being in the whole continent in the near future. And at the same time, those points can also be used to purchase items on partner e-commerce websites. So we provide those startups and online businesses with a payment API that is seamless, very easy to implement, and that opens them the door to millions of potential customers, young people who are fintech literate, who are ready to pay, who know how to use their wallets, and who have that, um, I'll say like that, they have that easiness to use the wallet, because most of the balance on the wallet comes from their activities and not directly from their own pockets. So that's basically what we do. So even though we've been around for a year now, we launched our MVP in January 2021, followed by like 100 iterations to get to the version that we have now on the different stores, on Play Store and App Store. We have 125,000 active users with approximately 30,000 registered accounts on the platform, and all this is organic growth. By the way, this is just organic growth. Young people who have been informed of the app, they got the information, and then they relay the information. Well, why these numbers are so good too is mainly something that I failed to mention, is the fact that no social media platform is actually monetized out here in Mali, for example, because of the low banking rate and the very unstable banking system that is going on. So young people know that social media is actually something that you can use to make ends meet at the end of the month, but they cannot do that with other platforms that are available. Only our platform. That's why we have such good usage rates without actually advertising as we should. As I said, no, we didn't make a revenue yet so far, because, as I said, we are still a prototype stage startup, seed stage, really. But yeah, how do we plan to make money? Well, we keep a tax on every transaction that happens inside of the app and through the payment API, so transactions happening outside of the app too. And the cashing in and cashing out processes, the payment processes on the platform, digital good purchases, mainly any financial service that is happening inside the app or outside the app using the payment API, we do have a tax on every single transaction. So that's the main business model. And also, at the same time, because we propose to startups digital advertisement, we have that module on the app. They can launch their ads on the platform anytime. So we also keep a tax per view of the ad on the platform. Yeah. Because so far we've been bootstrapping the startup, right now we are undergoing a seed fund raise. That's what we're doing right now, and we plan to close this round around June, and then the goal or the next milestone that we're trying to do is get to 500,000 users on the platform. But for that, we need to do active marketing and active advertisement, and really get involved into getting the platform known all across the country and all across the regional area, and eventually all across the continent. But then to do that, you need to do fundraising, you need to get founding on board, and that's what we're doing right now. Quite recently, we've been accepted in the AWS Activate Portfolio Program, which was amazing because they provide us with a lot of support, especially when it comes to data storage, which is something that we needed before we start doing any intensive advertisement, any intensive marketing. We needed to get these things right. So that's what we're doing right now. We're still fundraising because, of course, being a startup in Mali is not like being one in Nigeria or being one in the US per se, because the startup world here is extremely disorganized. There's no startup ecosystem here, so we are the first ones, and we really hope to be the pioneers into organizing the startup ecosystem out here in French-speaking West Africa, especially in Mali. But because there's no such thing, it's really hard to get any information about any processes. So we really have to go at our speed and make sure we get things done the right way, just so we can provide the future generation, the young people, with a clear path to how to get their startups going from idea to a big company. So right now, what we're doing is we're fundraising right now, seed stage fundraise. We're trying to raise $250,000. We've already had a few investments, so we're trying to get to that $250,000, which is enough for mainly increasing the team to get the right people on board again, and to get an office, aesthetic office, change the office, get a bigger office, and start advertising as we should to get all the young people in the country on board. So the next milestone is 500,000 active users, with 100 to 125,000 registered accounts on the platform, then a million, then 5 million in the next 1 to 2 years. So far in the team, I have Uma Rahmabadi, which is my co-founder and the COO of the company. Very bright lady, very smart. She's the one in charge of anything that is management, organization, customers, research, and all this stuff. She's the one in charge of all that. We also have on board with us Andre Bart, which is he's our AI expert, a very smart guy also. So he's also with us on the team. So the team is slowly building up and getting stronger, and we really wish right after the seed fundraise to get a bigger team and change the ecosystem. As far as for competition, well, we don't have any direct local competition in what we're doing because we are the first ones doing it. Social media, video sharing social media platform in Mali, for example, there's no such thing. And a fintech, especially a fintech combined platform, absolutely not. So we have zero local competition. Now, we do have, I mean, everybody has those as a competition. We do have global competitions like with platforms like TikTok or Facebook, any other big social media platform. But it's not really competition because not only do they not support payment systems here, and it's not about to happen in the next 5 to 10 years, and at the same time, the payment solutions that are also adopted or that are getting adopted by young people here are not going to fit the model that's going to be accepted by those big tech companies in the next 5 years. So we don't think of them as competition really. So we think well, they are the ones that we consider our competition, but we don't have any local competition or any competition that we think is actually direct. One thing I would like to tell young people who are trying to do what we're trying to do right now is be resilient, especially when you are in Africa. It's true that being in Africa, different parts have different problematics and issues. But if you are in Africa, there's common issues like you have to be resilient, you have to be willing to adapt to the realities of the situations. It's really not the Western ecosystem. Is really not the Eastern ecosystem. The African ecosystem is a lot harder to deal with because there's a lot less data and a lot less models, people who actually did it already. So sometimes you find yourself in positions where you have to be pioneers of situations, and you have to be resilient. You have to be ready, passionate. You have to find the right ways to make things happen, even if you have 100 obstacles. It is possible to make it happen, and we are going to make it happen. Thank you. Oh, if I have a message for anybody, well, yeah, I have a message for the different venture capital firms that are available in Africa and in the US, in different parts of the world. Uh, Look at us too, right? Look at us in West Africa, French-speaking West Africa. Things are happening. We are also working on things. It's true that when you guys don't have enough data, it's harder for you to make decisions and to take risks. But trust me, if you take risks, the return is gonna be amazing. So YC, look at us, right? Get founded and 500 startups, and also tech stars. We need you guys. We need you guys to make things happen. We need you guys to make things move. And here is where the real challenge is happening, because here we are building it from the ground up. Thank you, and thank you for the opportunity that you gave me to express myself and to introduce our startup to different people in the world. Sorry for sometimes not being able to speak clearly in English because I'm a native French speaker. English is my second language. I learned English in high school, then used it in university. So I'm not as fluent as native speakers, but I'm not that bad either. So thank you, thanks a lot, and we really, I really hope to be able to get back to you guys in a year or two with a very bright situation about what we're up to right now, and with a company that is already known all across the continent. Thank you.